Hey guys, All in Crypto here, and welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, for another YouTube video. I hope you've all had a wonderful weekend so far. Happy Saturday, everybody. Today, we're going to be going over a huge opportunity that is presenting itself to all of us within the crypto space right now. And you're looking at it behind me. We're going to get into specifically why this is such a huge opportunity and talk a little bit about some of the things I'm doing to prepare for it. One of them is buying more ADA to actually interact with these protocols. Protocols like Liquid, Cardano, and a number of other borrowing and lending protocols, for example, or DEXs like SundaeSwap, are actually going to distribute a lot of their tokens to users of their platform. So for SundaeSwap, for example, that might be providing liquidity. Not only will you receive a portion of the rewards of that pool, but SundaeSwap potentially might reward you for doing that. Things like Liquid, which I'm extremely bullish on. Liquid's done very well and has already presented itself as an amazing opportunity, kind of giving credibility to what we're talking about in this video. But Liquid, I think they're giving out like 75%, might be 70, I can't quite remember off the top of my head, of their tokens. They're distributing them to users of the platform, so people that are borrowing and lending. And you guys know we are absolutely going to be sharing that journey with you. So what I'm doing right now, or one of the things, is buying up Cardano at these prices. Very, very happy to accumulate ADA at these prices. I'm not as fearful as the rest of the market, and I'm exceptionally bullish on ADA. We do dives into the general sort of cryptocurrency market daily. The one I put up earlier was well worth a watch. We really addressed the sort of fear and greed index and why, in actual fact, this may be a used as a potential indicator to suggest that we're bottoming out soon and going to see continuation in this bull run. It's a quote from Warren Buffett here: be fearful when others are greedy, and be greedy when others are fearful. And this is essentially, you'd have seen this quote get thrown around the crypto space frequently. This is who said it. Probably one of the most successful and potentially boring investors that there is. And by boring, I mean this guy played it very safe. He invested ethically, or tried to stay on the side of investing ethically, and didn't do anything too out of the blue. You know, he picked his shots and did very well from it. One of the greatest investors of all time, in fact, and what seems on the surface like a very nice guy. Gave a lot of his money to charity and so on and so forth. So buying Cardano, of course, the reason being is so that I can lend it out on protocols like Meld and Liquid, or for example, mint stable coins on Cardano. Why do I think there's such an opportunity here? Well, we can use Ethereum as a blueprint. This is the DeFi Pulse Index. We viewed over the past couple of days DeFi Llama, and we showed you that there's an increasing amount of volume getting locked into MuesliSwap, into Cardano's DeFi, and of which there is only really one. MuesliSwap makes up 100% of the total value locked. This is going to get amplified when you get all these dApps. Certainly when we see SundaeSwap launch, you're going to see a lot of value get eaten up there. Massively bullish fundamental reason, or massive reason to be bullish on Cardano fundamentally. And that's ultimately what we think is going to lead to a price increase. And I'm certainly going to be buying Cardano at these levels, knowing that that's around the corner. That's not financial advice. You guys choose to do whatever it is you want. I'm just here giving my opinion and showing you some data to sort of correlate it all to. So there's a huge opportunity here, 10, 20, 30, if you pick the right one, 100 plus X, that people just really don't seem to be talking about that much. And it's funny to me, certainly if you guys have been watching the channel for a while, we've been on about this for a very long time. This is huge. And if you look at some of the projects that launched on Ethereum, like Aave, for example, which is a borrowing and lending protocol, you know, that was a 232,000%. And really from, this wasn't exactly when it launched, but from the sort of market to when DeFi got popular on Ethereum, you know, that's a serious return. Something like Uniswap, which is a DEX, which was literally given to people. I was one of the individuals that received, I think it was 1,400 Uniswap just for having my MetaMask connected to the protocol, and I actually had a couple of wallets, so I did very well out of that. And essentially you got given a token for free that you made quite a lot of money on. And it was, you can see here from the bottom to when DeFi really started to get interesting, there was a 2,400% gain. It's been a long day today, guys. If we just take it from sort of the launch, you know, you can still see these are significant gains. MakerDAO, so Uniswap is almost like a not a pancake swap, sorry, a SundaeSwap. It's a DEX, the most popular DEX, the most popular DEX, full stop. And there is, of course, an argument that I think is a very fair one to make, that is, how you can't really expect Cardano to get the same sort of volume as some of the applications launching on Ethereum, given that it was the first. And not only that, given that it's got the largest user base. I think that's a very fair comment for people to make, and it's one that I'll address right now. I think we're further along and more educated as a space, so I think you're going to see a lot more adoption of DeFi as a whole across all chains, which of course leaves room for Cardano. I think Cardano being new and having very high yields attached with it are going to attract a lot of people. Yes, it might not be to the same sort of magnitude, but I think there's a huge opportunity here. And we've seen that with something like Liquid and what the price action's done. We'll talk about that in just a second. So this is MakerDAO, which is essentially what I see Cardano being. You know, you can see that's 30,000% from launch, guys. And if we just do it at a sort of fair value, you know, 2,600, 26x on your money. You put $1,000 in, you're going to walk away with 26,000. This is Wi-Fi Yearn Finance, which did very well. I can't remember what they're trading at the moment. $33,000. I remember this when it was well back at like, you know, a couple of thousand, 12,000%. This is the graph. These are all built on Ethereum. All DeFi protocols all play some sort of a role in Ethereum. 10,000%. And it's not just Ethereum's DeFi that we've seen blow up. And the people that benefit the most are the people that are in early. This is Serum, which is a DEX on top of Solana, which has done 12,000% to those people who got in early. You have the same opportunity presenting itself on Cardano today, ladies and gentlemen. You can already get into some of these tokens from ISPOs. You can buy some of them on exchanges. 2 days ago, we covered the fact that we were buying up Cardano on MEXC. I can leave a link to MEXC if you don't already have an account in the description. It will take you straight to the sign up, and you can actually buy Cardano for USDT. You can swap it USDT for Cardano. I think people thought I said it was a stable coin. It's a stable coin protocol like MakerDAO is. You can deposit Cardano and mint DUSD in the same way that on MakerDAO you can deposit Ethereum and mint the DAI. So you know, you've got the equivalent setting up here. Like I say, we're very early on the journey that we're on. This is just from Muesli alone. And I think one reason that Cardano's DeFi is going to do so well is due to the community. We spoke about you guys being the secret weapon for ADA. You can't buy a community like this. This is I receive your comments daily, you know, and they're greatly appreciated. This is a very zealous and focused and committed community that we have behind us. And it's those guys that are going to drive everything. And like I say, I'm going to keep repeating this because it's a huge opportunity that people are just not refusing to take, but it's a huge opportunity that people aren't quite aping into in the way that potentially I am. And that's up to you guys whether you want to do that or not. Even things like, for example, oracles. Some of these oracles could do well. I think Chainlink's going to be the dominant one. You know, Chainlink's a project that I've been in. We're releasing a video on Chainlink tomorrow, by the way, guys, for anybody that's interested. It's well worth a watch. Extremely bullish outlook for Chainlink, given all the growth that they've experienced in 2021. But even something like an oracle could do very well. And certainly when, you know, what's the value proposition here? Well, what I'm going to be doing is trading this. There'll be an element that I'll be hodling, just for the farming opportunities, but not only will I farm it, I'll also be trying to actively trade it. So for example, I'll be getting and positioning myself in now and when these dApps and the tokens associated release, and I'll be taking profits along the way. So I'm trading this to try and ultimately increase my overall position within crypto. And it's a huge opportunity that I think people underlook. Sunday Swap is any day now, guys. Literally, they released a long thread about the fact that they wanted to manage people's expectations before they launch. I just look at Cardano at this price and I just think, you know, this is a steal given what's around the corner. Cardano's price is largely tethered to Bitcoin and the conditions of the overall crypto market, which we cover in our daily videos, where we look at everything on a whole. We look at the kind of macroeconomic landscape, what's taking place within finance and how that burdens our space and so on. Remember, look at all the value locked into Ethereum's DeFi. You know, you can see still today there's $85 billion, double our entire market cap, just value locked within Ethereum. You know, I think Cardano, given Ethereum shortfallings, and there's a lot of them, and the shortfallings for Ethereum are almost only getting worse in the sense that you've got real competitors now, like ADA when they get the dApps, that are going to steal quite a lot of that market share. Certainly, we covered in yesterday's video the EVM that Milko Mida essentially had came out and sort of trialed, and you know, that's going to be a huge. Why would you go to somewhere that's more expensive than somewhere that's less? And Cardano is going to also do well in the DeFi space. We spoke about this yesterday because it's 4 years of uptime essentially. You can't say that for a lot of these other smart contract blockchains. Certainly Solana, that's having issues all the time. Somebody mentioned in the comments yesterday that it was only once Solana's gone down. I can assure you it's far more times than that. And not only that, the actual people developing the dApps on ADA are on Solana, sorry, are experiencing issues. So Cardano's at 100% uptime. It's why people still choose DeFi and ADA. Certainly the institutional money and the big corporates, the VC funds, is because it's a little bit more secure than your competitors. So they're happy to put more money into it, knowing that there's a bit more of a reassurance there. So that's really the opportunity that I have for you. You can position yourself now. I mean, Meld, for example, did an ISPO. You've got a number of other projects doing ISPO. Some of these you can already buy. Certainly we covered ADA, Finance, AADA, Paribus we've covered. We've covered a lot of these projects, to be honest. Of course, Sunday Swap, ADAX as well, you can buy. They're supposed to be launching mainnet at the end of the month. It's all coming. You position yourself now, guys. You know, you're investing for the future. You're planting that seed egg in expectation that these dApps are going to replicate what sort of took place on Ethereum. Not just Ethereum, other chains. It's the whole concept of getting in before the herd. And that's hopefully what this video may have inspired some of you to do. Not financial advice, all up to you guys what you decide to do. We've seen Liquid Labs do extremely well since their listing. I wasn't actually a part of the airdrop. I wasn't in the Discord for Liquid Labs, rather stupid of me. I joined every single Discord now, I can assure you. I'm sure many other people did. Went from $3 all the way to 40. Huge trading opportunity here, certainly when these things become viable to be traded, and you can actually get in before that is even the case. So that's really all I have for you in this video, just a short and sweet one. I understand that the market conditions, the markets aren't great. However, you know, it's these times when there's opportunity. And ultimately, you know, the best time to invest in crypto was 2018, or certainly in the past 4 years, 2018, 2019, and that's when nobody was really interested due to the price. However, I'm sure if you ask yourselves the question, would you have invested back then? It would be yes, and it's a kind of everything's clearer with hindsight. So that's really all I have for you. I'm going to love and leave you on that note. If you've enjoyed the content, like is always appreciated. So is a comment, and I look forward to seeing you all in the next YouTube video. Remember, there's a link to our Discord in the description. Also, we do have a stake pool. All in is the ticker. We'll leave the ticker in the description. I also have Twitter, @RealAllInCrypto is my Twitter name. So head over there for some more timely updates, as we do post regularly or daily, multiple things. Thank you very much for watching, guys. Enjoy the rest of your Saturday evening.